Hello and welcome to our Year with the Ears, our daily vlog where we relive our year living in the Walt Disney World Resorts in 2019. Today is day 287.
It's moving day again today, and we are going to be leaving the club level here at Yacht Club, but that's okay, we're going to another club level. So we started packing everything up, and we did not call bell services just yet. Went down and got some breakfast from the club level lounge. They had all kinds of stuff, tons of different pastries. They had some oatmeal, some hard-boiled eggs, lots of meats and cheeses, and this morning they also had crepes that were really good. After breakfast, we went back to the room and finished packing up our stuff, called bell services to do a transfer for us, and then we took an Uber over to the Grand Floridian. We are staying club level in the main building. We did Sugarloaf already, but this is our first time in the main building, and this is officially the very last club level we need to check off of our list. So we're very excited to try it out. It is different from Sugarloaf, and you don't have access to both. You only have one or the other. We also have a theme park view room, which is really cool. As far as hotel rooms go, this is the most expensive, the best one, I guess if you're looking at cost only, that we're going to be staying in all year because it is right up there at the top of the list. All the suites and things, of course, are more expensive, but we're not staying in those. And the only thing that is more expensive would be like the 3-bedroom grand villas and the bungalows and the cabins, but we're not counting all those because they're not regular hotel rooms. They do sleep a lot of people. When we got to the resort, they took us up to the 3rd floor to the concierge desk to get checked in. Our room was not ready yet, but that's okay because we're club level. We can go hang out in the club level lounge and snack until our room is ready.
But before we went up to check out the food on the 4th floor, we did want to check out the 3rd floor because we've never been to this club level lounge before. So we wanted to look around. They have some seating areas here, and they also had some board games out. We're like, okay, let's go check those out. One of those board games was checkers, which that's really awesome. We went over there. These checkers pieces have GF on them for Grand Floridian. I mean, this place is kind of crazy anyway because they have it on the mats, they have it in the wallpaper, and now they custom ordered their own checkers pieces to have GF on it.
They don't want you to forget where you are, apparently.
You have to feel very fancy when you're here. They want to make sure you know where you are and you don't forget. We also found this adorable little seating area outside. We're not sure if we'll be able to see the fireworks from there, but it was really cool to note, okay, this is a really cool place. If it's not super hot outside, we could go sit outside and enjoy some food. Once we were done exploring, we did walk up to the 4th floor to check out the food and to enjoy the food as well, because as much as we enjoy taking pictures and video of the food, we really enjoy eating it. Now, just like every single club level we've been to, they did have meats and cheeses. There were several different types of breads. They had vegetables. There were pretzels and chips and cookies. Lots of very snacky items for the afternoon. But I actually really enjoy that because it kind of gives you a break from a big meal from breakfast to dinner. And if you are going to the park, it gives you stuff you can take with you. We stayed in the lounge doing a little bit of work, kind of piddling on our phones while we were waiting for the room to be ready. And thankfully, we only had to wait about an hour, and then we did get the text that our room was ready. We headed into the room and could not believe the amazing view we have. We cannot wait to watch the fireworks from here. I am so excited. Once we were done checking out the view of our room, we did go back inside, take those detailed pictures of the room, and do a full room tour for Facebook and YouTube.
And the view that everyone's been waiting for, which we are very happy with, especially because last time we stayed here, we did not have a great theme park view, even though it was a theme park view room. We have our balcony with a couple chairs here, good sized balcony, and our perfect view of Magic Kingdom with Cinderella's castle out there in the distance. Should be great to watch the fireworks from. You can see the monorail going by. This is pretty cool. And then down below us, they actually are pumping in the music. You can see the little speakers in the flower bed down there. So tonight for the fireworks, and every night for the fireworks, we'll be able to hear the music from out here on the balcony. So that's pretty awesome. And I will say that being kind of the top of the regular size rooms with the theme park view main building room here, it does not disappoint when it comes to the view. And if you'd like to see that entire room tour, it is linked down in the description below, and up there in the corner Once we were done with the tour, we edited the video and then uploaded it to Facebook and to YouTube. And then we went back down to the lounge because they were having tea time, which we know at the Grand Floridian means scones and banana bread. Of course, they also have tea, but they have that literally all day long, so there's nothing special about that. And they actually brought out a few other little pastries as well. We enjoyed snacking on some of those treats before heading down to the monorail over to Magic Kingdom. We were heading to Magic Kingdom for one single purpose today. We were going over to meet Ariel in her grotto. The reason we're going to meet Ariel is we have a friend who's overseas, and they usually come to Disney World around this time of year, and their daughter was having some health complications, so they couldn't come, and she was kind of struggling with it, and her favorite character was Ariel, so we went there to get a message from Ariel to send her, and we waited in line. Ariel had a pretty short line that day, which was really nice. We got pictures with Ariel, and then after our pictures, we did get a little video clip of her talking for our friend. And then we left and we're like, you know what? There's a short wait time and it's not too late for us to get back and we'll still make it to dinner. Let's go ahead and ride Under the Sea, The Journey of the Little Mermaid, and we'll video the ride too. So we can put together this little video with the ride and then end it with Ariel. So we rode through, filmed the entire thing, and then we headed back to the resort because it is almost time for dinner. When we got there, I did edit that video together real quick and go ahead and start uploading it to YouTube. And then we went down for dinner.
For entrees, they had steak skewers with chimichurri. I'm not a huge chimichurri fan. I thought this was way too much, but Robert really enjoyed it.
They were pretty good, yeah.
They also had sausage stuffed mushrooms, and since neither of us like mushrooms, we went on to the next station where they had mini corn dogs, something we both enjoy. There we go.
That's a lot more my speed than sausage stuffed mushrooms. I don't care if it's for kids, I'm still eating a whole plate full of them.
They also had Uncrustables, but they chose to cut them up into 4 pieces, which was really odd because Uncrustables aren't very big in and of themselves. I'm not sure why we're making them even smaller.
We're just trying to be fancy. They're fancy because they're quartered Uncrustables.
I don't like fancy, I like to just eat my Uncrustable. They also had several different types of salads. They had some spiced tuna, which I actually really enjoyed. There were meats and cheeses, but more so than they had for lunch. They also had a lot of different types of vegetables. I guess because we're fancy, we also have to be healthy. Although the mini corn dogs prove otherwise. I'm just pointing that out. And because I guess we're super fancy, we also get desserts with our dinner because they had a bunch of different desserts out for the kids. And adults, I guess.
Yeah, I ate some of them, so I guess it's for the adults.
Once we got our plates settled, we went to the table and then looked over the balcony. We got to enjoy live piano music from the lobby while we were enjoying our meal. It was so peaceful and so relaxing to just have this really nice variety of food while we sat there and enjoyed the really pretty music.
After we finished with dinner, we headed down to the room and just worked for a little while until it was time for desserts. We went back down to the lounge to check out the desserts they had, and it was pretty standard for club level. Lots of cookies and tarts, little cupcakes and Rice Krispie treats, but they also had the banana bread that they had out earlier during tea time. And honestly, our favorite thing of all the desserts was the banana bread.
Yeah.
So we had more of the banana bread that we had earlier because that was really the best thing they had out. We enjoyed some desserts there in the lounge, and then we headed back to our room because we want to see the fireworks from our room. We have a great view, and it's a Halloween party, which means they're different fireworks than normal, and they spread out a little bit wider with the new fireworks show.
And one thing I would like to note, I was so excited about staying theme park view, main building, Grand Floridian, to watch Happily Ever After. This was a big deal to me. I couldn't wait. We just didn't realize that both nights we'll be staying here is a Halloween party, which means we will not be watching Happily Ever After. Now, we still got to see fireworks. It was an amazing view, amazing experience. I loved it, but that is something to note. If you're gonna spend that kind of money, pay attention to any different events that might be happening per the season, and make sure you're aware of that, because if you plan for one night, you're gonna watch the fireworks, and it ends up being a night that it's not the fireworks you want, you might be a little disappointed. So I just wanted to share that with you all, something I learned from it, but we did have an amazing fireworks view. and we absolutely loved watching them from here.
And as soon as the fireworks were over, we left because it's a Halloween party and we still haven't gone. So we took the monorail over to Magic Kingdom, went inside, grabbed Alyssa some allergy-friendly candy, and then walked back to Tomorrowland to get me some Go-Go Squeeze from the booth outside Carousel of Progress. As soon as we got our Go-Go Squeeze, we were getting ready to leave, and Lotso came walking out from backstage, and instead of going to his normal meet and greet spot, he came over to us by the Go-Go Squeeze cart and started taking Go-Go Squeeze out of the cart and piling them up in his arms. We had no idea what he was doing. It was very strange. And then he walks away, goes back towards his meet and greet carrying Go-Go Squeeze. I guess maybe he wanted a snack. But then once he got over to the line of people who were waiting, he started handing out the Go-Go Squeeze applesauce to all the kids in line. So maybe Lotso isn't such a bad guy after all, even though he kind of was in the movie.
I mean, every bad guy has good days, right? I mean, doesn't that count? He's trying to redeem himself because he was a bad guy.
I mean, if he gives me applesauce, I forgive him, so it's fine.
Because of how late it was, we decided not to stay in the park tonight. We've had a very long day, but we were really glad we got to have this experience with Lotso because it was really awesome to see this. And not only see it, I just happened to be videoing because he was coming out. I was like, oh, there's Lotso, hi. And then I ended up with this video, which I'm really happy to have because it was so sweet. We did take the monorail back to Grand Floridian. At this point, club level is completely closed, so no snacks for us. And that was the end of our day today. So we'll see you tomorrow
For our Year with the Ears.